Hi, I'm Jake from TradeLab.ai. Today we're going to be talking about how to set up Prism bot strategies in TradeLab using the pre-made templates. First we're going to click on Community Strategies on the left side, and then we're going to scroll down until we see the Prism bot templates. There's 3 templates. The first one is a combo template. This allows you to trade long and short within one bot. This uses alerts to switch back and forth between long and short. So sometimes this will say long, and sometimes it'll say short. It'll switch back and forth automatically. We also have a long template and a short template that are separate. This is best used when you want to trade just one or the other, or if you want to swing trade back and forth. It's great to use 2 templates together. So what we'll do is we'll copy the combo template today. So I'll click copy and then I'll hit yes. This will bring us over to the My Strategy screen. Now we can see our Prism bot combo template, and I'll hit edit. Inside the strategy builder, it'll walk us through how to set up our TradingView alerts. The strategy setup screen says that we have to follow one step to set up our alerts, so we'll click do it now. And then it'll ask us to set up our exchange. I'll select my test exchange, and if you haven't set up your exchange, you can do that in the settings screen. And then I'll also set up a symbol. I'll select Atom today. It'll ask us for our Prism strategy name. You can usually leave this as default. The main reason this is here is if you're using 2 different Prism strategies at the same time on the same symbol. If you use 2 different strategies on 2 different symbols, that's fine. If they're 2 different strategies on the same symbol, then you will need to change this on both of them to make it different. Doesn't really matter what you type in. You could type in the strategy name, just as long as they're different. We'll go ahead and leave this as default and click continue. And here we can see the first and only step to set up the alert in TradingView. If we click on it, it'll show us the instructions. And it says create a new alert in TradingView and follow the directions below, copying each section into the alert pop-up. The first thing you'll notice is that the alert instructions pop-up is very much like the TradingView alert setup. If we go over to TradingView and click on create alert, we'll notice that we have condition, options, webhook URL, name, and message. In TradeLab, we have the same thing, condition, options, webhook URL, name, and message. So we're going to follow each step by step. Condition says to choose our Prism bot strategy from the top drop down. So this top drop down right here, you would click it and select your Prism bot strategy. Once that's done, you would then look at the expiration time. Expiration time is kind of important. If you don't have a premium subscription to TradingView, you won't be able to select open-ended. So you'll have to select a date. You can only go about a month or 2 in advance. So every few weeks you'll have to come back in here and extend that. If you don't extend it, then your bot will not have any alerts. Your alerts will stop sending and your bot will turn off. So it's important to remember that. I usually put a notification on my phone or something so that I remember. Okay, the other alert actions, these checkboxes don't really matter. You can use them if you want. The most important one is webhook URL. So if you go back over to TradeLab, you can click on this webhook URL, and we'll just go ahead and paste that right in here. And then we can also click on the name, paste that in, and click on the message. And we can paste that in. So this message is already set up for Prism bot. It'll set up our 3 take profits and our stop loss. So all we need to do now is click create, and then we can go back to TradeLab and hit back, and then click all done. Now let's talk about setting up a trade. The first thing we'll talk about is how much we want to trade. Here you can see that I have $40 set up as my trade amount. That gives me an estimated margin size of $40 for every trade, and with a leverage of 2 times and Atom at the price of $26, That $40 gives me about $80 worth of estimated order size, which would give me 3 Atom. If I change my leverage to 1, you could see that would only give me 1.5 Atom. Okay, and so I can change my amount to whatever I want, say $50. But now let's change this to coin, and you can see that we do all the math for you. So if I want to say 2 coins, that would be $53. And if I want to do 2 times leverage on that, that would give me 4 Atom, but my estimated margin size would be $53 still, because this is the amount that I actually put in. This is then multiplied by 2, and we would get 4 Atom coins for that. Another thing we can do is select amount type percentage, and this lets us compound and roll our profits together. If I say 5%, 5% of my balance right now would be $42. And if I make a profit on this trade, the next trade, 5% might be a little bit more. And so you can see how this allows you to compound your profits and losses, and allow you to snowball your wallet there. So percentage is a great way to do that. So we've talked about amount and leverage. Let's take a look at order type. You can do market or limit. If we do market, we don't really have to worry about time and force. It'll always fill as fast as it can. And if we do limit, we need to take a look at time and force. If we have immediate or cancel, that's going to place the limit order, and if it doesn't immediately fill, then it'll get canceled. Fill or kill is very much the same thing, except it has to be completely filled, and immediate or cancel can be partially filled and still survive. Good till close, GTC, is usually the best option, and this allows you to place the limit order and have it be open until you close it. The issue with that is if the limit order is placed for a price and the chart goes in the other direction, then the limit order doesn't get filled and the strategy is left pending, waiting to get filled. So instead of leaving that open, we can go to advanced settings and we can set up a limit timeout. So this is hours, minutes, and seconds, and you can set up, say, 1 minute, and now after 1 minute, this limit order will close. You can also set up a limit offset, so I could say 2 cents, and this would go 2 cents above for a long or below for a short. This gives you a little bit of a buffer from the current price, which increases your chances of the order getting filled. So that's how that works. Now let's talk about take profit and stop loss. You can see that these are both set to 0. Leave that this way. USD exact price is correct for both of these. Leave these settings just the way they are. We actually have some rules that are running, and PrismBot is sending us the take profits and the stop losses, and we're setting those up automatically. That's about it. That's all we really need to worry about to get set up. So we'll just go ahead and hit save and exit. And now we can see that our combo template is running. It says searching, looking for entry for Atom USD on the Bybit testnet. And we're all ready to go. So if I then wanted to give this a shot and test it, let's go back into the strategy. And I can actually send a test alert. So TradingView doesn't really allow us to fire test alerts anytime we want, but with TradeLab we can. If we click the alerts tab over here, we can see the alert that we already set up, and if we click on this button, it'll open the send test alert pop-up. Here we can type in our prices for take and stop if we want. I'm just going to leave them as default. And then we can also type in our action if we want to buy or sell. Once we have that, we can also check this place real orders if we wanted to have this trigger and place an actual order. If this is unchecked, then it'll run and it'll tell you if it places an order, but it won't actually place the order for real. Okay, so we'll go ahead and hit send alert. and we can see it takes us to the alert page. Here we can see the alert that fired. And over here we can see a list of rules that ran. Each of these is a strategy. So we have our PrismBot strategy, then we have a couple other strategies. This one, we can see it triggered an entry. So we can look at the two rules that it has, the enter short and enter long. If we open up the enter short, we can see that the condition wanted the type to match the short entry message. And in reality, it's buy equals sell, and that's not equal to. So it went ahead and failed. So a short didn't run because we sent a buy alert instead of a sell alert, right? So no actions ran, and this one failed. And it was supposed to, so that's fine. Now let's take a look at the enter long. The enter long had success, and we can see that it ran 3 different conditions. We can see all the conditions passed, and then we can open up the actions and we can see all the different actions that ran, what the values got set to, and what the bot did. This allows you to troubleshoot and figure out why something ran or why something didn't run. Alright, and that's about it. This concludes the PrismBot setup tutorial for TradeLab. If you have any questions, feel free to join us on Discord or click this help button down at the bottom and search any of the frequently asked questions, or click this button to create a support ticket. Thank you for watching, and subscribe for more updates. Have a good day.